Today, with the advancement of internet and the widespread of internet and advancement of technologies like Internet of Things, multimedia applications, the requirement of portability, all this and the quest of human-machine interactions motivated us for for designing a speech recognition system. The the major application of the design speech recognition system is the voice-based web search. This project, today we are going to discuss about speech feature extraction engine for speech recognition system. Before going into the actual details of the design, I would like to introduce a little about speech recognition. So the speech recognition is a mechanism of a series of steps, like from the voice, the speech is modeled and then analyzed. The analyzed speech is then parameterized in the sense that the speech parameters or the critical parameters of the speech are being extracted, from which many sort of estimates are made out and correlated with the existing databases. Finally, the recognition or the matching happens for understanding of the spoken words. In short, speech recognition is majorly divided into two steps, that is feature extraction and recognition. So here it is, the acoustic modeling takes care of the speech modeling, analyzing and parameterization, and the language models are the ones which have the databases of language, and the lexicon gives the rules for which the recognition or the matching has to happen. Coming to the design of speech recognition system actually requires to understand the theory behind the speech recognition. First, we need to understand how the speech is produced. From this, we can get to know the characteristics of acoustic signals, and next, how the speech is perceived. From this, we can understand what are the important and critical parameters of the speech to be processed. And finally, what is the language spoken, what are the lexicon of the language, and what is the matching algorithms can be understood from the language specifications. Coming to the speech production, the speech actually, the human biological physiological system actually gives the air as an output, vibrations as an output wave. The air starts from the lungs, the pressure from the air starts from the lungs, passes through the vocal tract, which is a system or a medium, and then the sound waves come out as a media vibrations. This can be seen as an analogy to signal processing system in a way that the vocal tract or the medium through which the air passes out is seen as a system, to processing system. The input is the air that is forced into the vocal cords, and output is the speech signal or the vibrations. From this, it is understood that the speech can be characterized as resonances of oral tract. That is, the pitch frequency gives the frequency of the input, the pitch frequency of the output speech signal gives the frequency of the input. The formant frequency is called the resonant frequency. In general, we do know that a system can be modeled as a convolution of input and the system transfer function. So S of n here represented as the speech is a convolution of the transfer function and the input. In the time domain, in the frequency domain representation, the convolution can be represented as a multiplication. So in the frequency domain, it is S of k is equal to E of k into H of k. And the magnitudes taken S of k square and all. So in the logarithmic computation is done, logarithmic scaling is done, from which it is log of S of k square is addition of both the transfer function and the input. This project doesn't target the speech production or speech synthesis. So this project targets the speech feature extraction engine, for which we need to actually understand how the speech is perceived by the human auditory system. So the speech perceived by the human auditory system can be seen, can be scaled in the form of Mel scale. So the researchers have proved that the human auditory system or the cochlea does the cube root amplitude compression, which can be achieved from the logarithmic scale. And the frequency discrimination, or the cochlea or the inner ear, can actually discriminate two frequencies if the distance between the two frequencies is only 1 bark. If it is less than that, the discrimination of the frequencies doesn't happen. So the nonlinear, and also that till 1 kilohertz, the scale is linear, and from then it is nonlinear. So inherently, the human auditory system has a nonlinear scale of frequency discrimination, which is also modeled as a Mel scale frequencies in DSP. So why do we actually need to extract features before even processing, or before, why don't we actually use the raw speech data? Why do we actually have to get the features? So if you want to use raw data that contains infinite amount of information, for any processing or any recognition task or whatever the task, we need to have the spectral information. We can also do in the temporal, or time domain, but the processing in the time domain is little hard and non-deterministic, since the signal is analog. So we need to get a represent of at least a near gross shape of the spectrum. So that is why the features are needed to be extracted for any speech processing system. Now, what are the properties that are to be maintained for the critical features that are needed to be extracted? The features which are occurring frequently are to be extracted. If we extract the rarest features, we cannot actually tap the word or the continuous speech. And the critical features occurring frequently should also be stable over the time. The breakage in the voice, or the breakage in the signal, doesn't give a continuous word or a speech, and the recognition is very poor for such unstable signals over time. And one more important thing is that in language or lexica, we have different words with similar sounds. So these features should be able to discriminate these similar sound data also. At the same time, we cannot compute all the samples or entire spectrum, because the computation should be manageable by any system or a chip, or whatever is the platform we are trying to implement. So manageable computation load is another important feature that should be kept in mind while designing a speech feature extraction engine. So now let's go through typical steps of how the speech features are extracted, and then we'll go through the specifications of the engine that we are trying to build, and then the design models which are being used in the entire system, and finally the implementation. Before actually, since the speech is an analog signal, that should be digitized. So first we go for the sampling, and by satisfying the Nyquist rate. After sampling, we get the digital points of any analog signal. This is the actual amplitude of the voice signal in the time domain, and performing fast Fourier transform or a Fourier transform on this gives rise to spectrum. So first what we do, we take frames of samples or frames of signal. We apply FFT on all the frames or all the windows. We get spectrum for individual spectrum for the entire speech signal. Then the spectrum which is having an amplitude can be represented in terms of spectrogram. Here if we can see, the peaks are represented, the peak is represented by dark black, and the next peak with a gray, and the next peak. So the 0 is represented as white. Similarly, if we represent all the spectra, that gives the time versus frequency representation of a speech signal that is called a spectrogram. These spectrograms are actually very useful tools for studying of speech signals and for evaluation of speech systems. In the diagram shown, the dark regions are actually the peaks. As we have seen, the peaks are represented by dark colors, and the zeros are represented by white. So this is something called spectrum. Now we move on to another nomenclature of speech processing, that is cepstral analysis. So what we have seen till now is that we have taken a speech time domain signal, we have processed into the frequency domain. So now we have the frequency domain signal of a speech. So what is the analysis that we can do onto this? Actually, we can, the spectral envelope plays a major role in any estimation or any speech recognition systems. So if we can see the red line over the signal, that gives the spectrum envelope. As we have already seen, the peaks of a signal is, in a spectrogram, the peaks of the signal are represented by dark, and the equivalent thing in the frequency domain is the dominant frequency components are being represented as peaks. So what we, as discussed, what we actually need to extract from this spectrum of speech, that is a spectral envelope. This spectral envelope is a smooth curve that connects